Hello, hello. Hey, there we go. Got the mic working. All right, cool. Arpan, thanks for joining. Infinity Dev 2020, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. My name is Brian Morrison, software developer, Chicago, Illinois. Normal stuff. Today we're gonna have some fun with my. Well, I guess for starters, I run a Discord server called fullstack.chat. It's the URL you can get to access it. So one of the things that's been on my radar for quite some time is to get the profile section working. So what I want to do is integrate the website with Discord's OAuth, so people who are members of the server can sign in to there. It'll present them and show them some information about their specific, account up in Discord. And I guess the key thing I want to be able to show is like what their rank is as far as XP goes within the server. But I also really want to get them to be able to check and uncheck notification roles. So there are certain roles within the server that start with ping, and anything that starts with ping is basically a notification role. When someone goes ping JavaScript mentor, something like that, anyone who's set themselves, or anyone who's in a group or role of JavaScript mentors is going to get a notification. Charles Diamond, how you guys doing today? Thanks for stopping by. So I guess, yeah, I think we're at a good point where I can kind of just get started. I took a little bit of time ahead of this to kind of I suppose, get a grip on what exactly it is I'm trying to do. So Discord OAuth uses the code flow. You see inside of my developer portal, I've got some redirects set up here. Total messages since join will be a cool one too. That actually would be a neat one as well. So maybe we'll go ahead and get that added to the list once we get all this working. Like once we kind of get the auth flow and get the profile feature set up, adding stuff is going to be super easy. So this is kind of the struggle right here. So they use the code flow. So how that works is when somebody makes a request to sign in. Hold on one second. Actually, I can test this real quick. So I need the identity scope because we're going to need this URL. So if I paste this in here, I'm going to be redirected to this thing that's asking me to authorize. If I hit authorize, you'll notice it's redirected back to localhost 8080 because that's what I have as the redirect URI, and then I get this code that's inside of the URL. Oh, one sec. Something bugging my ear. This code is then used to get an authentication token from Discord, and we can use that to request information about the specific user. So I actually I had a chunk of this kind of built out already. Let's see if I go into this guy here. I don't have... What do I have already? I have a couple of Netlify functions, which is what we're going to be using to create it. So this code function is what handles the actual callback into our website, into the fullstack.chat website, in order to get that token. So when I get the code, I got to forward it along to this function. That's going to grab the JIT token, and then I can save that inside a local storage, and then we can use that going forward until it expires. Okay, so let's see, what else do I got here? You can see I'm creating some form stuff, and anyway, I think this part works, so we're going to test that actually. If I have my code already... oh yeah, I forgot I can't really test this kind of stuff on stream because I'm going to be getting my Discord. You know what I'm going to have to do? This is an interesting one because I'm dealing a lot with authentication, so trying to frame this in such a way that I can stream it without giving it away any private creds is a little challenging. I probably ought to create another user. Hold on a second. Let's create another user real quick. All right, so let's open Discord. I'm going to sign out here. Once I sign in, and let's log out. And I don't want that. I need to register an account. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to have to give my real... Well, I guess I can give a different email address. Let's go to... I'm going to have to go secrets. Hold on one sec. I don't like showing off some of my private email addresses. Brian... Actually, hold on one sec. I think I have one that I can use. I know actually, hold on a second. Now that I'm thinking about it, forgot password. I actually had a email account that I was using for exactly this stuff. Bear with me. Yeah, Brian MM Learning. Okay, cool. This is actually going to make life a lot easier. Hold on one second. I'm just generating a new password for this because I don't want to use my main Discord. Learning at brianmm.dev. No, not that. It was brianmm_learning. So anyone who's in the full stack chat server right now is actually going to get a notification that somebody else is about to hop in there and join, because that's me for testing. So let's go ahead and add this. Okay. Set the password, and I am, because I don't really care about this account. This is specifically for the purposes of testing. All right. Okay, flip back. Now we're back to the coding portion of this. So I'm going to go to fullstack.chat and get rid of some of these extra tabs that we have here. So I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. This is the website we've created as a landing page for the community. And really the main purpose is, like, you know, it kind of forces it. I mean, obviously it doesn't force you to read the rules, but you have to check a box and say, hey, you know, don't be a jerk. So we'll join. It's going to say, yeah, I'm going to accept the invite. I don't want to open Discord. I just want to open it in the browser. Okay, so we are in. See everybody. This is the server itself, but I should be able to authenticate using this. Diamond sending me a notification saying welcome as he's watching the stream. That's awesome. Okay, so I got this account to work now. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to copy this URL, and we're going to try and get all the same stuff working with my demo account here. So let's authorize this, and here's the code we have here, and I can use this. I don't care about generating tokens. Charles says, love it when a server's moderator has an identity crisis. Yeah. Yeah. I should have set this up ahead of time, but I didn't. I'm glad I thought about it last minute. I'm like, wait a second. I set up another account for doing these streams, like, way long ago. Yeah, all we just need Schwab. Diamond says we do too. Diamond's one of the mods in the server. We just need Schwab to come up with a second account, and then I think every single mod and admin in the account in the server is going to have 2 accounts that we can, I don't know, do stuff with. Whatever that means. Okay, so we got that. Let me go to... Let's go into VS Code. And I have... So what I have here is... this is the REST client VS Code plugin. I've got some tests that were defined in here. What's up, Cheese? How are you today? So I'm going to create a new one. Actually, I guess I could try this one. I've got code, and I'm going to look at this code function to see how I'm pulling this out, because I think it's coming from maybe event.body. I have a console.log here, so... Form body... I gotta hop back to secrets one more time, because I do actually know I have the secret for the code inside here, so I don't want to share that stuff out. Code is body.code. Okay. All right. Apologize for that. Okay, so actually this is going to be a post, and we have an application or content type. It's going to be application JSON. And code is going to be this guy right here. So this is what we retrieved from that OAuth endpoint. Let's run this and see what happens. You can see I have Netlify's dev tools running on my computer, so we're only testing against localhost. And this code will probably go out live later. All right, so it says function invocation failed, so something's not right with it. Let's see, cannot read replace of null. So what am I using replace? Find replace. I'm not using replace anywhere. Got the body. Cannot read property replace of null. Let's see, lib adapter, something in Axios. Looks like it's complaining. Well, this was unexpected. I didn't think I was going to run into something like this. So I'm going to go all the way up here, and we'll say console.log. Let's make sure we got here. Can't, I guess, suppose look at the form body. Options we don't care about. This is just to take care of cores up here, because we want to make sure that this can come from... Well, you know, at least for now, we want to make sure this can come from anywhere. I'll probably end up cleaning this up and making it a little more secure when time comes. Okay, Code.js modified. So let's try and run this one more time. Still got the error, but we got here. So it's something inside of Axios. Something inside of Axios it doesn't like, which is really strange. Content type, form body. You know what? It doesn't matter. I don't know that I care too hard about whether or not the secrets end up in here, because I'll just reset them when we're done. Let's try catch this and see what happens. Try that catch. Make that empty like that. Try catch res. Console.log. I think it's data? I think error. I can't remember what the error object looks like for Axios. Okay, so if res, then we'll send this back. Otherwise, our response is going to be equal to that. Else response equal to, we'll just say status code. 400, I guess, for bad request. We won't even send a body along with that. That's fine. Yeah, here's all my core stuff here. All right, so let's try this again. Yeah, this is interesting. I don't know what it's trying to do, because it's trying to replace something. I actually have to Google that error, of course. Axios cannot replace property of null. Cannot read property replace if undefined. I wonder if Axios got updated and that's what's causing me some kind of issue here. There's no problem in that part. Maybe it's jQuery. I'm doing good, Cheese. Thanks for asking. It's been a pretty... It hasn't been terribly busy of a day at work. Just dealing with some bugs and stuff. I'm trying to write some new functions to onboard API users into both our internal system as well as into Azure's Active Directory B2C. So that's coming along pretty well. Downgrading to 1.14. So yeah, I mean, but this is from a long time ago. So let me see what version of Axios that I'm running here. If this doesn't work, maybe we can go with node fetch. And I want to look at the history here. No, this is still pretty new. Let's try to do npm update Axios. Can I just do npm update Axios? Let's try and get whatever the latest version is. npm install Axios at latest. See what that does. And again, if this doesn't work, I'll go node fetch. Okay, so we did get an update. We're at 0.2.1. Let's try and run this one more time. npm netlify dev functions. Here we go. Unless, you know what? I wonder if... Diamond says he did it at Axios. I almost wonder if... So I ran into issues with my dev environment with Netlify, because it doesn't seem to like the fact that... I think it's some kind of pathing issue. Like, it wouldn't actually see my functions really until I manually specified a functions folder. However, now I'm wondering if it's not seeing the node mod. No, because it did. Axios seemed to take it. So maybe that's not it. I don't know. Let's try and run this again. Send request cannot read. No, it definitely is. All right, so I'm gonna just log out the request body and see what this looks like. Location, xwdub form URL encoded. Lord help me. Console.log form body. Oh wait, that might be an issue. My URL is empty. All right, hold on one sec. I'm gonna take a... That's fine. We'll leave it for now. No big deal. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely going to be an issue. So I have to find out what the base URI is for the Discord, Discord API. Discord API documentation. Just something silly on my part. Let's see. / commands audit log. OAuth 2. Here we go. All right, Discord token URL. This is the token URL. Let's try putting that in there and see what happens. I don't want to log that out. I showed it quickly, I showed the secret quickly, but we're going to go back and fix that later. Alright, so let me try this, run this test one more time. Run it again. I got bad requests again, but I got a different message, so that's better. So base authorization URL. I'm thinking that's token revocation. I guess I can try discord.com/API to authorize. Response type is code. Oh, you know what? I wonder if this is a GET. I might have it set up as a post, and this might be a GET. Let's try GET request. Oh, it says it. Oh, actually, you know what? The response is invalid code in request, so it is a post. Okay. So now I wonder if those codes expire pretty quickly. So let's try and sign in as this user one more time. So I'll copy that URL. I don't care so much about that yet, but let's go here. And yeah, we're gonna do that. Grab a new code. Head back in here and let's try this code again. And let's see what happens. Okay. Something's still broke. Your function response must have a numerical status code. You gave me undefined. Alright, so we got there. We also got no errors, so I'm thinking, you know what? Let's go ahead and bring this all out of the try-catch blocks again. We'll come back and we'll probably, I'm going to end up adding some better error handling later down the road, but for now I just want to get this functionality kind of working. Status code 400. That might be because I already used up the code. Let's actually, you know what else I'm also going to do is we're going to, after the responses here, I'm going to console.log response.data, because that's going to actually have, I think that's going to have the token in it. Charles says you got response. Ah! Response. Thank you. Thank you, good sir. That's something misspelled. I feel like, you know what? I'm using Harris Heller's music because it's free, but I really kind of want to get something a little more upbeat in here. Okay, still got 400. That's probably because the code was taken again. Let's back up and do this one more time. Authorize, get a new code. So basically, this will have to happen every time somebody logs into the website, is they'll have to come back and get this code. Let's run that. Got a 200. Got my access token, my refresh token. Cool. So that's working. Well, so what should happen is this goes back to here, and then what I think we're going to end up having to do is I'll kick the code back up to my function, which is going to be able to get the author. Yeah, so the code will go to the function. It's going to return that. It's going to return this body, which is fine. That's what we want. And then once we get this, we can cache the token, store it, and store. I'm going to store the expiration, though the expiration might come later as well. The token is the main thing that I need right now. Okay, so we got that working. Let's head into the actual code for the website itself. So I have inside of templates, no, pages, I've got this code.view. And this is where I want that redirect to happen. So actually, I'll have to... let's see here. I'm going to open up another tab. We're going to log into Discord here. Make things a little bit easier. Log in. And it was learning think it was Brian MM underscore learning. Oh, learning. Brian MM dev. And we're going to come in here. I'm going to copy this guy. And we'll see, is that going to log in? BrianMM.dev. Okay, good. So what we're doing here is I'm signing in a completely different session because I don't want to keep having to log out, log in kind of a thing. So in here, let's go ahead. I'm going to refresh this page. I think it's going to kick me because I signed out already. So we're going to do this guy. I'm going to go back to secrets because reasons. And we'll sign in here. There might be a lot of this whole going back and forth between secrets, only because we're doing a lot of authentication stuff, and we're dealing with a lot of secret stuff, so. Alright, so now we're logged back in, and we're back here. I'm going to get that same URL here. Actually, we need to add another one of these redirects here, //localhost. 8080 is the same thing, but we're also going to do auth and then /code because that's where we're going to end up. So if I change this to auth code, that should change my URL here that we're using to log in. So let's copy this. I'm going to head into my other browser session I have here and paste that in. Invalid OAuth URI. Maybe it doesn't like that? Or do I have to? Oh, I got to save it. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so we're to auth code, and you can't see this, but I have a little hello in the upper left-hand corner here, and that's only because, you know, I was testing this earlier. So I'm going to go back into code.view. We can get rid of some of this stuff, just clean it up and not have so much stuff going on the screen. And let's see, what do we need to do? There are a couple things we need to do here. Nothing's really going to happen on this page. Like, I don't need any content on the page itself. This is only like an intermediary step, so we can get the code, then get the token, then store it in our session, and we're going to redirect off to the /me. So I'm going to add a methods guy here. I guess no, we'll do created, because as soon as this thing is mounted, I'm using the mount. I think I'm going to use the mounted lifecycle hook. So this mounted lifecycle hook is basically going to execute anytime this page is mounted. At least I think. This is Gridsome, so it's all static code. I might actually have to create a whole separate Vue app for this. I don't know, but we're going to find out, I guess, as things go. So let's import Axios from Axios, because I like using Axios instead of Fetch, personally, just because I'm more comfortable with it and used to it. And what do we want to do? We want to get the code. We want to get the code from, is it a hash mark? Let's see, it is a query, so question mark code. So we want to get that code. We want to post to our .netlify functions code, which is going to accept the code, and then that's going to, once we get that response, we're going to save, what is it, authorization, save access token to local storage. I think there's a better place to put it than local storage, and then we'll redirect to /me. Yeah, I think that's going to work. I think that's good. Okay, so let code equals window dot query dot code like that. Let's just start here. Console.log. I guess window.query. I think it's window.search actually, if I remember right. Okay, so that's been refreshed. It's open this console.log. Okay, that's undefined. So let's do window.location.search. Window.location.search. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. So window dot. Now that I know what it is, it's not a big deal. So let code equals window.locate. Hold on a second. We'll do let query equals window.location.search, and then we're going to replace our that question mark. We want to get rid of that like that. You know, can I just do code? Window.location.search.code. No, it doesn't like that. Okay, so it's just grabbing the raw string. So that's that, and we'll let params equal query.split on. Usually it is ampersand. So if there are multiple parameters there, well, there shouldn't be though. So we'll replace code like that. All right, we're going to cheat. Instead of handling this the proper way, we're just going to do that. So now I can do console.log code. Charles says, tend to calculate out the token life myself against system clock and then use it to determine if I need to use a refresh token or not. Save it to local storage. Yeah, they give you that expiration, though, which is pretty nice. So it'll tell you, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take the local UTC time, add these number of seconds to it. I'm assuming that's seconds. I don't think that's milliseconds. And then I'll be able to determine when the expiration date is up. And quite frankly, I don't even know that I'm going to use the refresh token. I'll just let people sign back in. So let's save this and console. Okay, there's our code. We got our code. So now we want to options equals. This is how I usually like to define my Axios options. So we'll do .netlify functions code, and this is actually going to be http://localhost 88 for now. I'm going to add it to do. Get this working without URL. Normally in seconds. Okay. So URL headers is going to be content type. Application/JSON. And then the data is going to be code. I guess we could just do code like that. Go shorthand. Let response. Axios options. We also need to add our method in here. So method is going to be a post. Although in netlify functions, it doesn't really matter what method you use. It all executes inside of the same function. So now it's console.log response. Chi says, oh, you're using the HTTP REST request. Yes, I am, and it's fantastic. I actually just put a video out on it. Check out the self-promo in the server. You'll see it. It's pretty cool. I'm really enjoying it. I'm trying to get away from using Postman. Hey, wait. Oh, yeah. I got to async this mounted method. Async. All right. So what do we got here? Post error failed. Let's take a look at our network tab. We got a 500. First, we got a CORS error. Then we got a 500. Take a look at time. 1 o'clock. I got about 30 minutes yet. So we're making some good progress, I think. So all we need to do is save the local access token to local storage, and then we'll go to redirect/me. Okay, so now the question is, why did we get a 500? Unexpected JSON token 0 at position 1. Okay, so something's not right with the request itself. Console.log data. Console.log options. Let's do that. Save that. That gets refreshed. I expected it to fail. Okay, that didn't seem to fix it, so let's take a look. I think I'm logging out the response body or the request body. Object. Let's try stringifying this. You'd think I would know how to do this off the top of my head because I've been using Axios for so long, but I can't ever seem to do that. See, we're still getting object, so something's not right with our code here. Let's... Why is event.body coming in like that? I'm kind of confused by that now. Event.body. What else? What am I missing? I'm missing something. I don't think this is body unless they changed it on me. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. I'm thinking because if an options request comes through, then there is... I don't think there is a body with the options request once it comes through. Let's just log the event, actually. I want to see what that event looks like. And refresh this. Okay. Here's my event. Oh, there is a post. Body is object. Okay, so I'm actually going to... Something's not right. Something's going on with Axios. I don't know if something changed or what, but it does not seem to be behaving like I thought it would. Not that one. Oh, I closed my session. Damn it. Oh, no. Never mind. I didn't. I don't know where it went. Oh, different button. Stupid. Stupid me. Yeah, I mean something's coming in with a post, but it's failing on that options request. So I'm thinking we literally just need to return if it is an options request. Yeah, go away. Okay, so if it's options, then we'll just return all this stuff. I'm gonna copy this up here so I'm not hopping back and forth too much. Okay, if it's options, then we're going to just return. So we can do response equals. And then we'll do status code 200. Headers will be object. And then we'll copy these headers in. So I could just do this. Like that. So what this is doing, for those of you who don't know what CORS is, it's a security feature inside of browsers that it allows you to prevent browsers from being able to access APIs unless you're coming from a very specific URL endpoint. Now, usually with these serverless frameworks, it's kind of up to you to handle that properly. They don't just do it like, and I think even in Express when you do it, they make you handle it properly. But there's a pretty neat CORS plugin for Express that does all the heavy lifting for you that you can use. Okay, so we've reloaded again. Let's try and refresh this and see what happens. Alright, I'm still getting a CORS error, but the question is why. Okay, there's my body. I'm actually getting the body now, so that's good. Okay, so I'm getting a 400 now, but I'm guessing that's because the code's expired. Because I think we've used it already. So let's back up and... Oh, not that. Let's get a different code. So we'll back up here and do that. And I still got an error. What are you complaining about now? I'm going to clear this out. Try and rerun these functions because my output's getting to be a little hard to track. Okay, site's up and running and everything. Let's back up and hit OK. We're still getting an error. But let's see. Request failed with status code 400. So the request we got here. So the Axios request failed with status code 400. Okay, so I guess we are putting our try catches back in here. Try. Because I need to see exactly what that error response is. So if that, we'll try that. Otherwise, we'll console.log error. Just error is fine, I think. We can get rid of this here, but then we're also going to make the response code 400 here. So we're not just throwing a 500, you know, like a server error. Okay, so we're getting a 400 back from Discord. Let's refresh this again. Let's see if we can get something. That looks better. Response, there is no response. Let's see what our logs show us now. Invalid redirect URI. Okay, so something, that's right, because I changed it. Localhost 8080/auth code. Save this, and let's refresh now. Okay, there's the Axios token. Okay, so inside here, let's save that Axios token to local storage. So response if response.data.access on, and I guess we'll double do this, and response.data.access token. Then local storage.set item. Set item? I don't know. Access token to response.data.access underscore token. And then we'll finally window.location equals /me. I guess we're gonna have to do HTTPS. We're gonna fix this one too. Fix this and don't use the URL. This is mainly for testing. When it's all up in Netlify, it's going to all be on the same URL anyway, so I'm going to have to remove this. It's just more or less for my testing environment, how I'm handling this. So http://localhost 8080. All right, so now we're to this point, and if this works, let's see. Let's throw a div in here. Div hello from me style. Gonna cheat here, color white, just to make it pop in the background so I could see it a little bit better. Okay, so that, I'm thinking this should work. Is local storage like that though? That might be local storage with a capital S. I knew that was gonna fail right away. Now let's save that and let's back up here. Authorize again. All right, hello from me. So if you go to application, local storage, local host, we have an Axios token. Sweet. Okay. All right. So we have our Axios token. Now let's make that request into me to start building out this profile pages here. I'm gonna make that a little smaller. I don't even know that I really need to do that. All right. Go to me. Let's grab the token. So on async created. This will probably do mounted here as well. And we'll do const token equals local storage.get item. And we'll use that access underscore token. And then we want to make a request into our Netlify me page, because as long as I have that, actually, you know, let's test that. Let's open up our HTTP test again and minimize some of this other stuff. And we'll make sure we actually get some data about this specific user account that I'm testing with. Okay, so that's authorization split, Discord API users me. Yeah, this should be, this. I think this works. I think I did test this. But of course I said that about my last one, and that didn't work out so well too. Let's see, tests, API tests. So let's do get base /me. And content type, no content type, authorization is going to be, did I decide to do bearer token here too? I think I did. Yeah, I did, because I'm splitting it on authorization, so I'm passing in bearer, and then I'm getting token. Honestly, I could probably just pass the auth header right through instead of doing that. I probably should, but bearer, and let's grab our token from here. Local storage, edit, just copy that out, and I don't need that. Paste in our token. And if you are working with this plugin, you have to add the 3 hash marks in order to split up your requests. It's a worthwhile trade-off. So let's send that. And yeah, here's all the information. So yeah, that is working. Now, I will also need... So this will be like kind of the basic framework of getting some things. There's a lot going on. There actually is not a lot here. All right, so inside of our me, we'll do let options. URL will be http:/localhost, and we are at 8888./netlify/functions/me. And our headers, we'll add in our authorization header. Authorization, I don't know why local storage, but we'll do a bearer and then pass in our token like that. So this is that string interpolation, so it's going to just replace this section here with the token when it creates that string. And then our method is get. And fix it by adding that comma here, and then let's say let user info equals await Axios options. Actually, we're gonna turn this to response because you always got to pull data out of it. So let user info equals response.data. And let's fix that little typo there. And what else? Let's create a data container here. So data return. I guess I don't need to do that. I probably could shorthand that. I think I can do it by just doing this. Do this like that. Maybe not. I'm gonna do it the way that I know how to do it. I'm gonna stop trying to get fancy. Data return. There we go. Return user info. Set that to an empty object to start, and then instead of using let user info, we'll do this dot user info. And then if I looked inside of here, I'm actually going to get rid of this hello from me because we've got that working already, right? But we want to see what the user's name is, so I can use the double curly brackets. And I think our response looked something like Axios not defined. Yeah, it's kind of freaking out on me because I'm in the middle of doing stuff. I don't even need you anymore. In our API tests, our response was ID and username. I think are the two I'm interested in. We're probably going to throw up an avatar in there too. Let's give our test user an avatar. Robot pick. Tech Gadget, see a lot of familiar things being optimized here. Gridsome again. Yeah, Gridsome again. What's up, Tech Gadget? Nice to see you, man. There you go. We'll pick. I like this better. Just some generic picture. I don't want to get crazy with it. Save image. We'll go desktop and save that there. And let's go to... Where's that other one I got here? Okay, so here we're going to add our profile image. Desktop. Pick our dude. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we got a profile image now. Okay, so let's get started by building this thing out now. So I've got... Showing up anything there? No. Alright, so I've got the ID I'm interested in, the username. I don't think the ID really is a big deal. Username I'm interested in, I will need the avatar. I'm guessing that's just a URL. Tech Gadget Destiny 2. It's the life, man. That's how I roll. It's the only game I play. I'm just clicking on it all over the place. Hopefully I end up in the right spot. Alright, so here, user info is going to just give us all that same info, but we can do user, let's see, let's do username equals user info dot username. Let's finish off our double bracket there, and that is all lowercase username, yeah, so we'll do username like that. And then it's going to add a BR here, and then we'll do profile. Actually, you know what? Let's just JSON.stringify. I don't like that. ID is userinfo.id. Like that. Okay, so if I head back into the page itself, we have nothing. Why do we have nothing? Axios is not defined. I still have not done that. I gotta import Axios. Import Axios from Axios. There we go. Okay, so we are signed in to Discord using OAuth. We're pulling information using the integration. So yeah, we're doing pretty good, I think. Let me throw the layout on this guy here. I think the layout is default layout. Look at one of these other pages here. Layout. Like that. So this should kind of... I'm thinking if I set this up right, this should kind of center things and make it look nice, but I don't know that I have that all working the way that I want it to. Yeah, so we got the header, we got the logo, we got the footer here. But yeah, my inside of the body is all over the place. Tech Gadget says, haven't played Destiny 2 in a hot minute. How is it these days? It's... total aside from coding stuff, it got a little strange with this last update because they ripped a bunch of weapons out and they also gave you the ability to freeze people, which kind of screwed up PvP a little bit for a while. But with this latest update, they added a bunch of cool new stuff to play with, so I'd recommend it. It's fun. And if you're ever on, hit me up. I've got it on PC now. I still need to buy the full account or the full deal, but I do have it, so I can play now. All right, so let's create. Let's see what that avatar is. BR. And let's do avatar. Userinfo.avatar. And that's being pulled from here. Save that. Oh, interesting. That's not quite what I was expecting. Let's see, Discord. Get avatar image. Is there a direct link to someone's profile picture? No, shut up, Reddit. User ID.file name. You know what? Another way we can do this is we can inspect this too. Inspect. There you go. CDN Discord app. Here's the actual deal here. So I'm betting, yeah, that this is probably accurate. So that's the file name, right? See, I got it ends in EC6. That ends in EC6. Okay. All right, let's create some basic card to, yeah, so I need the ID and the file name. So my avatar, let's just go ahead and throw that image tag up in there. So we'll do img src equals, actually I could do src equals like that. We're going to move this down a little bit, so I'm going to get rid of this so I got some room to work with. And we're going to move this down here so I can actually see what it looks like. So cdn/avatars, we're going to add our backtick to do some interpolation here. And it will be userinfo.id. And we'll do / and we'll do userinfo.avatar. And .png. And size equals 128. It's probably a good size. Okay, there's our image. Save that. And we have an avatar. Cool. Shut up, the same thing every time, yeah. I have a bad habit of wasting too much time on Reddit. It's a lot of interesting conversations on there. I can't help it. It's like, I know people say TikTok is the new hottest thing where you just scroll and scroll and scroll, but that's how I am with Reddit. I have been for, God, as far back as I can remember. All right, so we have a profile image. Let's create some kind of interesting looking card here, I suppose. So if I go back to the other to this website, I've got like these kind of card things here. I'm not necessarily a fan of the color scheme on here anymore. We're probably going to change some of it up, but you know, this is fine for now. So let's just go for it. So div, we'll say class equals me container. And we'll also, I'm going to add an outer div so I can wrap this thing. Div class equals me wrapper. So that's going to be able to center it because we're going to throw some Flexbox magic up in this. Up in this bitch. Okay, scroll down. And did I use SAS for this? Can't remember if I was using Sass here. I thought, yeah. Okay, cool. I like Sass. All you guys in your newfangled, what is it, Tailwind? I like me some Sass. Alright, so me, wrapper. It's my class. And we're gonna name that, we're gonna set that to display flex. Flex direction, don't really care, but we want to justify content. And then we'll do me container. And let's just give that thing some styling just to make it kind of stick out a little bit. We'll say background color. Let's grab one of these colors here. I actually think I don't know if I added a color palette. Chef is Chef's Kiss. Tailwind can be used with Sass. I still, I don't know. I'm not sold on Tailwind. No one has done excuse me. No one's done a good enough job selling me on Tailwind. I don't know why. I don't see the point, I guess. Like, it's cool. It's a framework. Everybody uses it, but like, I don't know. I guess I'd have to see it in context, because anything that anyone tells me to, like, check Tailwind out for this thing, like, I can do it here. Like, I don't see what the huge deal is. Tech Gadget says, check out Stylus and Pug. I've tried Stylus. I don't like Stylus. Pug is for server-side rendering, right? I think make your HTML and CSS both pretty much the same. That could get confusing super quick. I could see that. I would get so confused doing that. I like the fact that everything looks different, so I can, like, my mentally, I can wrap my head around it, you know? Alright, so background color, let's just set this to, let's just set this to a really dark black. So we'll do, no, not F. We'll do 0. Let's just do, like, 3 2s, see what that looks like. It's fine for now. Okay. So that's 3 2s. Border radius is, we'll do 15 pixels. Pug is an HTML preprocessor. Yes. Yeah, but that's used to render server side though, right? That's kind of, isn't that kind of like, isn't that similar to like PHP, where like you kind of intermingle your code with the HTML itself, and then that's how it spits the HTML back out at you? I don't know. I haven't used Pug in a long time. I think it was called Jade when I first tried it. No, Jade was something else. God damn it. I don't know. There's too many names to remember in our space. I have no idea what I've worked with over the years. Me container. Let's start messing with some of these elements. So let's think through a little bit better how we want to do this. So I want div. We're gonna make, this is gonna be like a I don't know. Me container can probably also be. So I want the profile image to be on the left-hand side, and I want the user info to be on the right-hand side, and then roles are going to be in the bottom. Roles is probably going to come at a later time, just because this took me so long. So div, we'll do class equals profile wrapper. And then we'll do div class equals profile info. Or I guess user info. Like that. And let's move this guy up here. So that'll be inside there. User info can be on the right-hand side. I'm not interested in the avatar of the user ID yet. Because I'm going to have to figure out somehow how I can... Jade is the former name of Pug. Yes, thank you. That's what I thought. I knew they changed it at some point. I think Jade and Sass were, like, when I started looking at these things, those were the ones I started looking into. The pre- and post-processors, you know, trying to get away from just generic HTML and CSS. So user info can be on the right-hand side. Me container is going to be a flex box as well. So display flex, but this is going to be, speed row, I guess. So like that. Let's also set a width of, I guess a min width. No, not min width. Let's set a width by default. I'll probably need to add another wrapper inside of here, but we'll just set this to 960 pixels, which is pretty standard. So like that, and then we're gonna, image is going to be Me container profile wrapper image. G. Stop it. And then I'm going to do border radius of 100 pixels to make that circle effect. I think that should do it. Yeah, there we go. So we got the circle effect. Let's go ahead and add some padding to this. We'll add about 15 pixels of padding. If I put my semicolon in the right spots. That looks good. This might actually be a little bit too big. Let's just make this like 500 pixels. 600. 700? Yeah, I think that looks good. I like that. And then for everything, we'll just do the color will be white. So the text is like that. Okay, and then maybe we do something where it's like username up top in small text, and then the header up top in smaller text, and the one on bottom with larger text. James, yep, still on. Not used to me streaming during the day. This is relatively new. Oh wow, I had a lot of messages here. Let's see. Is it? I thought both were maintained independent of each other still. Pugs looks like it's a fork of Jade. I don't know why they're the same. Jade has its own site. I don't know. They're, again, too many things to keep up with. James, yeah, all yours. I'm streaming during the day. I'm not used to it either, but frankly, it's really nice to not have to do stuff at night, which is the whole point of this, because as you know, already committed 2 nights to something else. So one less night for me to not have to worry to work is good for me. Most resource says Pug used to be Jade. I don't know. Let's span. Let's see, div class equals header. Let's see, field header. And let's do username in here. That, and then we'll do div field value. How about that? Like that. Okay, so those are up and down. So now let's just add some CSS to this guy. Okay, profile wrapper, user info. User info, I don't know that I really need to do it, but I like nesting all these things properly. User info, and then we'll add field header. And we'll make that color is going to be a little less white, so we'll do like, how about CCC? See how that looks. And we'll do font size. Font size the way it is probably fine, actually. But we'll do style, font style. Italic. And we'll do field value. Color can stay white, but we'll do font size. Let's do 1.1 rem, see what that looks like. How about 1.5? Let's kick it up. And let's add, how are we doing this? Why is there, I don't like how much space there is there. Yeah, there's a lot of space going on up top. Why is that? I guess I can do a negative margin to see what that looks like. Field value, margin, top is negative, how about 3 pixels? How about 20? Make sure it does what I want it to. Okay. 10? That looks alright. I mean, it is what it is. Padding, top. Let's add some padding to the top of this thing. Let's add, how about 15 pixels? Okay. It's not bad. I like that. James, I am building a front end for my profiles because as much as I like the whole, here's a card and you react to it to get the role you want and don't like it, I think checkboxes would be easier. So just check the box and save your profile, and then the code will handle rejiggering all your roles the way you need to. So yeah, that's why I've decided to do this. This has been on my radar for a long time. You could ask anybody in my server. I've been talking about doing this for I don't even know how long. Roles are definitely going to come next time. So I got profile wrapper. Wait a second, something's not right here. Class div. I didn't do this the right way I wanted to. Equals profile header, I guess. Let's move the stuff into profile header. And then I'll at least kind of mock up what I want these things to look like. Yeah, I knew that was going to kind of screw it up. So we need to add profile header. We'll do one more thing here. User info, profile wrapper, me container. Actually, you know what? This whole thing... No, I like that the way that is, but that'll be like that. And we're going to move display flex into here, like that. And then let's just notch these guys out. There we go. So that's back to normal. And then I'm going to add... Really, in this whole wrapper... See, I've got to... No, hold on a second. Let's get rid of this padding top, and inside of the whole container, let's just add a padding of 15 pixels. I like that a little bit better, yeah. So, would this have authentication, likely have login and Discord to access? Yes, actually, that was the first half of the stream. If you missed it, I'm assuming you missed it at this point. So we set up Discord OAuth integration to the site. So if you like, I'll be creating a login button to allow people to log in, and then they just sign in with their Discord credentials, and then the site, and I'm using Netlify functions for everything else, handles all the back-end stuff. I'm going to add a... Let's see, I'm going to add another under... So we got profile header. Let's add an HR tag here. Div. And this is going to be my class equals me roles. Div class equals... What else? Diamonds. What else do we want to add in here? Can you throw me... Yeah, sure. Oh, sure. What handles auth? Yeah, I built it from scratch. It's all Netlify functions. So yeah, here's hold on, I'll show you. So inside of the developer portal, there's the OAuth section. I've got my redirects here. I've got at least the identify here, and then stop, reset. So this is the URL used to sign in. We can paste it here. I don't think this is gonna work. Hold on a second. Let me paste this in here. Paste that guy there. It wants me to sign in again. Ryan, learning. Set this up with Auth0. Of course you would. Why wouldn't you set it up with Auth0? James works for Auth0. Your weirdness. I appreciate your weirdness, my man. Thanks for the compliment. Okay, sign in. So yeah, I signed in. It goes, yeah, here's whatever you want to do, you know, authorize. Provided this works, fingers crossed. Yeah, it redirects back to a special landing page on my site where that code is forwarded up. It's using the code flow. I think that's device. No, not device code. Maybe it's device code. I don't remember. Let's see. Maybe joined FFC date. Yeah, that's a good one too. So actually, you know what? Let's start. I'm not going to finish this off right now because I got to go. Oh, shit. I've already been doing this for an hour. I do have to get back to work soon. All right. I'm not going to do this right now, but let's do this. We want join date. So we'll do Discord join date. We'll do current XP. I'm going to do lifetime XP. Because lifetime XP is going to be... So when I finally get around to finishing rewriting the bot, which is going to be hopefully soon, I'm resetting everybody's XP, but I'm at least going to log with the lifetime XP. So every time we do some kind of event or giveaway or something like that, everything's going to get reset afterwards. And depending on, you know, lifetime XP is kind of this cool little metric that you can see. We also talked about total messages, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. We're not worried about that. This is fine right now. Class equals role. Let's just do roles. So I'm going to mock this out real quick, and then I think we're going to have to call it. Input type equals checkbox. I always forget my normal things. Hold on. I got to look this up. Checkbox. Put checkbox. Input type checkbox. Here we go. care about checked. Name, scales. ID. ID we will need, so roll ID 123. We'll probably just screw with that later. Name, roll ID 123. 123, and we'll do like ping JavaScript mentors. Let's see. Let me look on the. I'm actually gonna look on my thing and see what these kind of roles things I have set up are. Discord. Open Discord. Holy hell, messages. Goddamn. Let's see. Always now Otho. I'm gonna start calling it Otho now all the time. That's hilarious. Check it out. How would you add Discord OAuth to Auth0? New 0 level line through it. That's pretty cool, James. Total messages is something Walter will probably have to do. Yeah, so Walter, for those of you who don't know, Walter is the name of our resident bot that we're in the process of renaming. And actually, while we got it on stream, I got this logo made up for it. So this is going to actually be the new profile logo for the bot. So it's cool stuff. Let's see. Working on branding, total messages, custom social login, store a number in a DB somewhere. Yep, that's what we're doing. Well, it is kind of in the database already. I mean, well, I don't know. That would have to be like, we'd have to set like a base date, like no messages from this date. I don't know. We'll see about that. Is there a setting in auth for social connection? Includes Discord. Just got to get the credentials from Discord. That probably would have been easier, but yeah, thanks guys. Yeah, so I've got notification config. Yeah, so we had Oktoberfest and we have community project, and then we've got the mentors. I've also got voice chat is one of them, because we've got a role so people can do voice chat stuff. But yeah, so not a whole lot. And then the question about whether it's going to be public, it is. I've got one profile or two profiles, myself and another individual. These are kind of an idea of what the profiles are going to be. So when people update it, actually, I'm going to give the option for people to make them public, so they can check a box, and if the box is checked and it is public, then they'll be rendered here. Otherwise, they won't. Because I don't want to just by default make all of them public. All right, I need to finish up because I do need to get back to work. I have stuff I want to do for the day. All right, so roll 1, 2, 3. Let's just duplicate out some of these. Nope, not me rolls. Roll 4, 5, 6. And we'll do ping. How about voice chat? And then 7, 8, 9. And we'll do ping community project. And let's just throw an H1 tag in here so we can see what will look like. H2. Notification roles. And we'll do div class equals me footer. Buttons, I don't know. Save, right? I don't even care what this does. I don't care what it looks like right now. I just kind of want a rough idea of what I want the deal to look like. And it's all sorts of jacked up. Yes. Yes, it is. All right, me roles. Let's make this... I don't know if making it a flex box is going to really make a difference. So I've got profile header. And we'll do me roles. And we'll do display flex. Flex direction. Column. Save that. That looks a little bit better. I don't like those side by side, but you kind of get the idea. Like, join date. Let's throw some just random info in here. I think I started this back in like 3/1/2019? 18? 19. 18. 19. I think is how long my server's been around. Something along those lines. I probably could find out. It might even be earlier than that. I don't remember. Current XP, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 XP. Lifetime XP, we'll do XP like that. So we'll do something like this. I'll probably arrange them so they're side by side and stuff. Forgot they were public. We should use Tailwind. You know what? If you wanna put Tailwind on this site and you and I can work on this, I got no problem. I got no problem figuring it out. Like, if this would be a good excuse, I guess, for me to learn it. And if you're comfortable with it, which you are, because I know Diamond, for those of you who don't know, he actually has a, I think something on Gumroad. Well, one of his products on Gumroad is actually a custom component library for Tailwind. So go check that out. But yeah, he's the guy I think I'm going to leverage for trying to figure Tailwind stuff out. But yeah, this is kind of an idea what the profiles are going to look like. There's going to be notification roles and stuff in here. I'm also going to... I got everything written down in a notebook of what I want to do with this, and I didn't pull it out because I didn't yet. But okay, yeah, that's going to be that. I think I do have to get back to work. So thank you all for joining me today. I really do appreciate. I mean, this stream was great. A lot of chats going on back and forth. We made some good progress on our project here. So I don't know if I'm going to come back and do this again next week. I'm kind of thinking I might want to start doing 2 streams a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, because of the days that I don't go to the gym on lunch. But we'll see. Yeah, so that's it. If you're interested in communicating with me or, you know, starting to see the stuff come together, fullstack.chat is the URL you want to put in your address bar to get that information. That's also the best place to get in touch with me. You can ping me directly on there or chat with a bunch of other devs. We all do all sorts of interesting projects and just talk about life in general. It's not always about devs. Sometimes life is rough, especially in the pandemic. So if you need someone to talk to about anything, feel free to hop on and, you know, just come hang out. But with that, I've got a new video coming out next Tuesday, new stream next Thursday, maybe next Tuesday, don't know. And yeah, I'll see you around. Oh, follow me on Twitter. @BrianMMDev is my Twitter handler. It's the best way to reach me if you are not interested in joining the server. So that's all. Everybody have a good day. Bye-bye.